A Beginner's Guide to Recording in Cubase, Episode 1, Getting Started. The contemporary musician has many choices in digital audio workstations. Until last year, we made music the old school way by recording basic tracks with this Tascam 8-track and mixing them in Logic Express. While we had good results using this system, I wanted the freedom of unlimited tracks and the ability to create soundscapes. My only complaint with Cubase was how complicated it had become over the last 20 years. The good news is that it's a lot friendlier than I thought it was. We learned so much making in the flow that I want to pass this knowledge on to others, to demystify the process so you too can have an experience of success in expressing yourself creatively. In my opinion, Cubase offers you the best of all worlds. So let's begin at the beginning. You'll want to set up your studio to be a space that you'll enjoy spending time in, because you'll be spending a lot of time there. You'll want a nice ergonomic workstation, at least one large monitor, a computer with a good sound card, a USB hub to plug in all the peripherals you're going to need, monitors to listen to your progress. More than one set of monitors is preferable. You don't need to spend a fortune. Having different monitors to listen to your work will come in really handy at the mixing stage. There's more than one version of Cubase, and naturally the more you're willing to spend, the more bells and whistles you'll get. I have Cubase Elements 12 and was able to do everything I wanted to do. You can get Cubase Elements 13 for about $100. Obviously, you will need to purchase the software and install it. I won't be covering any of that here. You will need an audio interface or breakout box. We use a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Ours came bundled in a package with a condenser mic and a mic stand. You will also need a MIDI controller. Install your drivers to make sure that Cubase talks to your devices. Make sure your MIDI controller shows up in your MIDI remote manager. Make sure your audio interface populates in your studio setup and control panel with no discrepancies. In our case, we have our audio going through the Scarlett headphone jack into our PA instead of through the monitor. So decide where you want to route your audio and check all the boxes accordingly. The Scarlett condenser mic uses phantom power and won't work at all without the 48 volts switched on. So if yours is the same way, make sure all of that's handled before you try using it. Now you're ready to create your new project. On this screen, you can see all your projects. If you don't see it here, you can scroll down the list until you find it. You can choose different sorts of projects. But here we're going to create an empty project. This will ask you where you want to store your files. Remember that you'll always be able to access them from the project page. This takes you to your new project window. From the drop-down menu, choose Project. Then select either Audio Track, if you're using your audio interface, or Instrument Track, to use the Halion synthesizer that comes with Cubase. There are other options too, but I won't be addressing those here. We will be choosing an audio track because we'll be recording with a microphone. Specify if you want it to be mono or stereo. Type in what it is you're recording. That's a good habit to get into. The inspector is blank when you open the page, which is disconcerting, but slide up and you can see the control panel. Verify whether your recording bus is correct. Set up your tempo and time signature by opening the transport panel. It's set at 120 beats per minute and 4/4 time. You can access the metronome here or at the bottom right. This is how to open the metronome settings and the click sounds. The Scarlett has a Focusrite control program that starts up automatically, and it mirrors your settings on the box. To record with your mic, have it set to air. Record enable your channel and get your recording levels. You can see them when the monitor button is highlighted. Now you're ready to track. Wear your headphones, but take care that your microphone isn't so sensitive and headphones aren't too loud so that the metronome bleeds over onto your track. For recording guitars or anything else not off the air with a microphone, set the audio interface to Instrument. We added wind chimes and a crash, and after mixing, this was our finished product. See you in episode 2, where we will cover thinking like a player. Thanks for watching.